Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent. Today we're gonna be featuring Echeveria Blue Surprise. It's also known as the Australian Echeveria Lilacina hybrid. Although if we're gonna be comparing yung kanyang appearance to Lilacina, or some call this as the Lilacina, it's totally different. So if you will try to compare the color ng kanyang leaves or even the shape ng kanilang leaves, it's totally different. But I have noticed one similarity sa kanila is yung kanilang leaf margins na parang whitish siyang ganyan. This is our Blue Surprise. And up close, this one is our Lilacina. Ayan, diba? Parehong-pareho sila ng itsura since this one is a hybrid of this one. Our Blue Surprise loves to be grown in full to partial sunlight. At least we have to provide 4 or 5 hours of sunlight every day, or more than that if possible, for us to ensure yung kanyang healthy growth. If introducing it to the full sun, we have to be extra careful na hindi naman siya mabigla, or else we're gonna be having some sunburn issues sa kanyang mga leaves. We need to keep an eye for unexpected heat waves or some extreme temperatures kasi pag sobrang mainit, it could damage our plant. And if nga na sunburn sila, the effect would be irreversible. Hindi na natin siya maibabalik sa dati. We can put them indoors or we can just use some shade cloth or nets if indoor growth is not possible. For this specific succulent, I don't put it sa ating rain or shine area kasi I'm trying to preserve yung kanyang thick farina covering its leaves. Kasi pag nilagay ko siya doon sa ating open area, pag umaraw okay lang naman. Pero pag umuulan nga, I'm afraid na matanggal itong ating mga farina sa kanya, especially that we are experiencing heavy rainfall these days sa ating location. If we constantly expose it to the sun and at the same time less watering sa ating Blue Surprise, you would be expecting it to give us the sun stress na color. Para siyang silvery matte blue yung itsura niya, especially if under daylight. Watering this succulent is also very simple kasi it's all about us watering it when the soil has dried out completely. It's always important to check and assess yung inyong mga soil before giving it a thorough watering. Usually, I do yung ating soak and dry method. If you keep on watering these kind of succulents, then you might have a problem with root rot, some fungal problems. I haven't watered these for the past 3 weeks and you would see that some of its leaves are wrinkled already. Ayan, itong pinakababa, it's already wrinkled and it's not really that plump anymore. It's a sign and an indication na kulang na nga siya ng tubig. Another way to know if your succulent is craving for water is nagkakaroon nga siya ng aerial roots. So nakikita nyo yung parang pink doon sa pinakaloob. Those are aerial roots. This usually happens if they need more watering and if yung ating environment is humid. I didn't water it for quite some time kasi I wanted to show you yung kanyang sun stress na color. Kasi before, when I kept on watering this one, medyo lighter yung pagka-blue. Hindi nyo masyadong ma-appreciate yung kanyang blue na color. But right now, at least kahit papano, we were now able to stress this succulent. As we kept on mentioning sa ating mga vlogs, our succulents, including our Blue Surprise, love yung ating quality succulent mix sa kanila to make them healthy. It's not enough na well-draining lang siya. Dapat yung ating soil mix is also packed with nutrients for its optimum growth. So this one is just a typical loam soil, but it has vermicast sa kanya, which is an organic fertilizer. If you think that your succulent or Blue Surprise is not growing well or hindi masyadong maganda yung kanyang tubo, then it's about time for you to fertilize. Even if our succulents don't need much fertilizing, still it is beneficial if we're gonna be doing it as long as we're gonna be using a low balance na fertilizer, specifically yung kanyang nitrogen levels should be low. You have the option of using yung ating controlled release fertilizers or yung mga quick release fertilizers na pinangdidilig. Propagating our Blue Surprise is very simple. We can use yung ating leaf. Although right now, we cannot make any leaf propagation sa kanya. Itong mga bottom leaves niya is medyo dehydrated. Hindi lang siya medyo talagang dehydrated. Kaya it's not a good idea for us to propagate this time yung kanilang leaf. They can also be propagated through stem cuttings or through their offset. So this is a two-headed na Blue Surprise. Ito yung ating pinaka-mother reset and here is yung kanyang offset. Let's try to check sa baba if there are still some new growth. Ayan siya. So far, wala naman. Pero this one, we can just simply cut this. And even here, yung stem na yon, we can cut it there if we wanted to. Pero right now, I'm not ready na paghiwalayin itong ating Mother Blue Surprise and its offset. We can also try to remove some of its dried or dead leaves sa ilalim. I have seen a lot kanina, and it's very crucial for us to remove itong ating mga dead leaves na ito so that we can give space sa mga bagong offsets just in case na may tutubo. Not only because we wanted to give space sa ating mga new offsets, but itong mga dried or dead leaves na ito will be a fertile land for the growth of our pest. Kaya we need to remove this to avoid nga yung ating mga mealybugs and other kinds of pests. And that's all for our Blue Surprise. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.